What is going on, you guys? Today we are talking about why your opinions don't matter. But that does. This does. Okay, I don't know why. I didn't mean to throw you. I'm sorry. Okay. Your opinions aren't truth. I'm talking about why your opinions don't outweigh truth. Coming right up. Jeez, I'm clumsy.
I'm a child of the king. I'm a child of the king. You know, I'm a child of the king. Yeah. Wanna set me free, wanna set me free. I'm a child of the king.
What is going on, you guys? After that lengthy introduction, yes, this is the Vision Project. I'm Tanner, and I am so excited about today's topic, pre-understandings and presuppositions, and how they can get in the way from you fully understanding truth. And some of you may be wondering, what the heck is a presupposition or a pre-understanding? Well, basically what it is an assumption, a belief, or an opinion before you gain more knowledge or different perspectives of something. So say I were to go into the Word, right? I were to go into the Bible, and I had the pre-understanding or the presupposition that materialistic or money prosperity is promised when I become a Christian. Say that's my belief. Kind of crazy, but say that's my belief. And I go into the Word and I'm reading. That pre-understanding or that presupposition is going to filter everything that I look at on this page. I mean, when I am flipping through all of these passages, going through this entire book, when I have that pre-understanding, everything that I see is based off of that lens that I've placed over myself. And that's what that presupposition is that lens that you place over it, and so that you start to filter everything that you read and that you go through. And I'm going to tell you guys why that is dangerous and how you can fix that. Man, I've got a crooked finger. So rule number one is for pre-understandings and presuppositions is you have to understand what they are for you. I mean, what presuppositions and pre-understandings do you have yourself? And that's what you have to question and just wonder and ponder and think about all these things that have just been drilled in your mind as truth. And then when you open up the Word, you question, okay, what are those things? Okay, now I remember those things. Now what does the Word say about it? So that's what brings us to number two. And a rule number two is for the pre-understandings and presuppositions. When we are reading the Word and we open up the Word and we are ready to just dig into this, when we find that our pre-understandings are contradicted by what the Word says, we have to
just like grip. Understand?
Cut that thing out. I'm sorry, but that is what we have to do, because if this is absolute truth, and it is, then we have to cut the thing out that is a possibility or possibly true, or our own thoughts or other people's thoughts. Just think about that. God's truth and God's thoughts over your people's thoughts. You have to choose between. And I think God's thoughts are going to be much higher. It actually says that in Isaiah that God's thoughts are infinitely higher. Infinitely higher. So just think about that. If God's thoughts are that much higher than ours, then we have to submit to what absolute truth says in the Word. And that brings us to number three. And rule number three actually correlates with rule number two. So when you find that the truth contradicts what your pre-understanding or what your presupposition had stated or believed in, you have to make sure that this takes priority. And that is rule number three, and probably the most important rule of them all, is that this needs to take priority over whatever your presupposition is. And so that when you understand and when you read through this Word and you just find all of these new understandings, you have to have the mindset that this takes priority over your opinions, because your opinions aren't truth. And that's why I titled this video that, because your opinions are just man-made or thought by your flesh. They're only things that we theorize in our heads rather than something that's absolute truth. And so what we need to go through in our mind is understand that this is the only absolute truth. We need to have an open mind when we go into the Word, but we need to have a fixed mind that this is the only absolute truth. Because if we find other things as absolute truth, then our mindset is going to be completely off, and our belief in whatever it may be is just going to be so thrown off because we think that something other than this is absolute truth. So this needs to be our priority over our presuppositions. And that's it, you guys. That is all I wanted to share for this video. I wanted to make this as short and as sweet as possible so that you guys may understand that when we go into the Word with a clear mind and a clear head, that we're able to understand these things better. When we are absent-minded from the things of this world, we have a better understanding of what Jesus says and what God proclaims as truth throughout this beautiful presence that we get to be in daily and meditate on. So when we're absent from the ways of this world, when we're absent from, their thoughts and what they proclaim is true and what they believe and what they believe should be your absolute truth, we're able to understand this better. And I just hope that that helped you guys out, so that when you guys are entering into the Word, when you guys are getting ready, when you guys are getting ready to read the Word and try to understand God better, that you guys have a clear mind and have a clear mindset, an open mindset to the fixed truth. So I hope you guys got something out of this video, that this helped you guys out. I really just want to help you guys and guide you guys to a better understanding of the Word, and I hope that that helped, because this is such a beautiful thing, and you don't want to trash it or ruin it just by a pre-understanding that you thought was true that's actually against what the Word says. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down below. It would mean so much to have your guys' support. I love to push out this content. I would love to put out even more content and more videos, talking about faith and Christianity and how to understand the Word more. And I would even like to put out, glorifying God through arts and more videos like that, because I haven't really done anything like that. So I would love to put out more content. So if you guys would do that, just go ahead and support me down below. Hit the notification button so that when I put out new content, you guys are able to see it right away. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you learned something from it and that it helps you when reading the Word. I'll see you guys next video.
They just want me to be thinking that I'm psycho, but I let them know I'm just on a different mode. Yeah, I let them know I'm just on a different mode. Y'all already know, y'all already know.